Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
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 Hello, good morning! Welcome back to A&A Reacts. I'm Andrea Palmares.
And I'm Cinco.
Today we are going to react on the latest iPhone commercial.
But there's a catch. Not only are we gonna react, but we are gonna react using two theories. The semiotics and the Frankfurt School.
So okay, before we start off, let us give our audience a short background about iPhone and the two theories.
Semiotics is a study of signs and symbols and their use of interpretation. One of its founders, Ferdinand de Saussure, explained it as a study of the life of signs within society. Charles Sanders Peirce described it as something which stands to somebody for something.
So the concept of the Frankfurt School is often referred to as critical theory because it is questioning of mass media, modern culture, and existing social theories. So let me tell you a short background about Apple Incorporated. It was founded on April 1, 1976 by college dropouts Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who brought to the new company a vision of changing the way people viewed computers. And they did not fail because Apple is now one of the leading branding companies in the world.
So basically guys, that's it. A little background to help you understand what we will be discussing. So to start off with our work here, we will be watching the latest iPhone commercial and we will be analyzing it afterwards.
Introducing iPhone 11 Pro. Every detail has been used as an opportunity to set new standards in design, quality, and engineering, ensuring it will deliver uncompromising performance in any situation. At the core of the iPhone 11 Pro design is a stainless steel structural band and a three-dimensional glass back, made from the toughest glass in a smartphone. It's sculpted from a single solid sheet, reinforced down to the atomic level, and then brought to life in one of 4 textured matte finishes. The enclosure is designed to withstand what life can throw at it. Rigorous testing and refining have helped create a durable, dust, and water-resistant iPhone. The Apple-designed A13 Bionic chip is the most ambitious to date. It's the fastest chip ever in a smartphone, yet more efficient than ever. And with new optimized batteries that give you up to 5 extra hours in your day, you get more pro performance in an iPhone for longer than ever. The triple camera system combines cutting-edge technology with the extraordinary ease of iPhone. The redesigned camera interface complements the new hardware with a more immersive and intuitive experience. Telephoto, wide, and new ultra-wide cameras. You can now view 4 times more scene in your photos and videos with the ultra-wide. All-new night mode allows you to capture images never before possible on an iPhone in drastically lower light. The highest quality video in a smartphone is now even better. With extended dynamic range now at 4K at 60 FPS, you can record pro-quality video at twice as many frames per second. Editing tools previously reserved for photos now make editing your videos a pro-level experience. Perfect and then play back your footage on the new Super Retina XDR display that has the highest pixel density of any Apple device. Privacy is built into every iPhone from the ground up. From iOS 13 to Face ID, the most secure facial authentication in a smartphone, which now works from greater angles and is even faster. This new line of iPhone has been pushed to extremes like never before, ensuring that each part is worthy of the name iPhone 11 Pro.
So now let us talk about the latest iPhone commercial using the theory semiotics.
The iPhone logo as a signifier and will provide you the possible signified meanings that can be associated to it.
Yes. A very simple logo Apple has, and yet we associate this logo with wealth.
Oh
my god! we associate this logo with wealth. Take for instance, you see someone using an iPhone, and then there's already an idea or thought that pops out or pops inside your head. You think, oh, this person is rich. Yeah, so we found this research that was conducted last 2018, where researchers found out that and claimed that iPhone and iPad ownership is a wealth indicator. We posted the link of this research below if you want to read it or what. But to give you an idea of what the research is, it explains that owning an iPhone is a strong indicator of wealth, that someone has a high income, and Apple's mobile devices is found to be one of the most commonwealth status symbols of all brands and products.
So because guys, there's this idea inside of us that iPhone indicates wealth. If we see someone or if we see a person who doesn't look rich using an iPhone, we often think that the iPhone's fake,
or maybe it's stolen, or
yes, or maybe he bought it for a cheaper price, or maybe it was just given to him, or maybe he found it somewhere else, because again, we associate iPhone with wealth, and there's already a picture in our minds of what a
rich person looks like.
Yeah. So now we are done with semiotics, and we are going to jump on to the Frankfurt School.
So there is a culture industry under the Frankfurt School which deals with the production of cultural content to satisfy the needs of mass capitalist consumers that serves as a mechanism for control. So how can we relate iPhone to culture industry since it has been in the market for so long?
So guys, we have this friend whom will not be naming. We asked her things, middle class, and uses iPhone. So when the latest model of iPhone came out, she was one of the first people who bought the iPhone. And also take note that the phone she replaced was still new.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Before that latest came out, right?
Yeah. This only shows that we are controlled by the capitalists. They mass produce, we buy. We are feeding on the plate that they put in front of us. Capitalists let us think that if we buy an iPhone, it will make us look good, feel good. So it propagates the idea that if you want to feel rich, you have to have an iPhone.
So under the Frankfurt School culture industry, there's the concept of commodification, standardization, and massification. So in commodification, we found this news about children mining cobalt for batteries in the Congo. So Congo is a place, diba?
In Africa.
Yeah. So a CBC News investigation has found child labor being used in the dangerous mining of cobalt in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The mineral cobalt is used in virtually all batteries in common devices, including cell phones, laptops, and even electric vehicles.
So a report by Amnesty International first revealed that cobalt mined by children was ending up in products from several companies including Microsoft, Tesla, Samsung, and Apple.
So what does commodification means? So according to the readings, commodification is a process through mass-produced cultural content, goods, services, ideas, or even human life are being turned into products or objects of trade.
So now guys, that you understood the concept of commodification, the best example that we have is the news that we read a while ago. People of Congo are sacrificing their health, the children are sacrificing their health, the people there are being used by capitalists are as people of trade, as objects, for services, for goods. So in return, the capitalists can mass produce iPhones or phones,
laptops, or other electronic devices. Aside from commodification, there's this concept of standardization. It's mass-produced content by following same tested formula to save and earn more money.
In Apple, they mass produce phones, they label it as iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, right?
And so on.
Yeah. But basically what they do is, it's just the same phone. They only change the size, the RAM,
The color.
the cameras,
Especially the cameras, because in today's social media climate, people are actually obsessed of having or posting high quality photos on social media. So iPhone basically advertised their product as somewhat
higher or superior.
than other devices or other mobile devices, other brands. Now that we've discussed standardization and commodification, there's this concept. Through the content produced, audience gains uniformity or obeys to the social hierarchy, making it easier for companies to attain steady growth. We call this concept massification. So in connection to massification, there's this concept of hegemony. Hegemony is the supremacy of one social group over another.
So in hegemony, iPhone users think that they are above other brands because they use iPhone. So I have Andrea, who is an iPhone user, and I'm gonna ask her one single question. So Andrea, an honest to goodness answer. Do you feel superior over the others?
For some weird reason, I actually feel superior among other phone users because of course, of my phone, because I use iPhone.
So guys, there's this idea or there's this feeling that Apple inculcates when you use iPhone, that you are superior over the other brands because of the exclusivity. So guys, take for instance, sharing of apps, sharing of photos, or sharing of anything from an iPhone to an Android.
That won't happen.
Yes, that won't happen easily. You have to download this application so you can share photos and apps, and you have to connect to a Wi-Fi. That's where exclusivity is present in iPhone. They only share photos, they only share applications through iPhone to an iPhone, from an iPhone to an iPhone. We cannot blame the iPhone users for feeling superior over
The other brand users.
because Apple has embedded the idea that
If you're an iPhone user, you are rich, you are above others.
and they make you feel special because of the exclusivity that they have. So basically guys, that's it for our analysis on the iPhone commercial.
This is Andrea.
And this is Abby, and this is
A&A Reacts.